Hello, this is a two handicap game played in the Osaka League where black won by 13.5, but there was a little blunder at the end where black lost a bunch of stones, well, only three. And also in the early stage, black messed up a little bit his lower right corner, but apart from that, the game went really peaceful and quite simple, not like the wild games we've seen before. So let's have a look. Oshi, that leads to much more simple variations or josekis. Now high approach. That's already unusual. I think White is trying to confuse right away, but playing a high approach is generally an idea to go for the outside thickness. And in this case, it would be interesting to play Q14 from the right side, then attach, pull back in order to set up a Moyo in the direction of Q4 Hoshi. But actually for White, it's more interesting to attack the top left corner because this way White prevents a Shimari. So, and playing the high move, it's really rare. Normally, only when one has a plan to set up a nice moyo, but it's not going to be the case. So, I guess White was just trying to confuse early on, but it didn't work. So pull back and go down. This just like if it's nice for black because black just takes the corner and White ended up a little bit over concentrate. Being a handicap game, White can extend further, but even so, when black approaches here, White needs to protect against the invasion, and then black still builds a lot. So tight and solid, and black got the Shimari. So far so good. Now White plays another high approach, and this is also a bit questionable. Low approach would be fine, and also inside Kakari in this case, because black already has the Shimari on the left side. Or simply play the basic style, invade the middle, and then extend one way or the other. Either 2 space or 3 space jump in this case. So another high approach, which is really questionable. Black defense calm and Kosumi. This Kosumi gives black a pretty large corner. White should still attach, then pull back, black goes down, and now extend K3. This is the proper Joseki, and at least White develops in the direction of Q4, which is his own corner. When White played here, black is happy to block, the left side is very large, and these two stones, they are still thin. So when White plays an extension, like it happened in the game, black can later on jump in at G3. And if White wants to make sure black is not going to play the vital point of G3, White needs to play H3, but this is over concentrate. Later in the game, black can Hane, Atari, and it's just too narrow. So White extends a little further, but leaves the Aji. Then black plays from the outside, very good to play this R6, especially that it's a handicap game, so you don't want to play too risky. Inside approach would be an option, because the ways for White to react here, it's either pincer, and on the pincer black can double approach from the outside and go for this Joseki, which eventually ends up over concentrated for White on the bottom. Now if White plays the kick and defends the corner, when black extends L3, the shape is quite nice, and again White it's black has the G3 vital point to remove the base. So that's possible, but R6 is fine too. This attach is playable. Usually just defend calm, so later White can invade the right side, and right now black can take a big point here, or invade the corner, or slide and extend back on the right, and then White will invade the left side. This would be a way for White to handle the situation, especially being a handicap game. This attach is the kind of move that's not always amazing. But in this case, White is probably relying on the J3 extension. That's why he played the attach. So go up. Here, White can block. Atari connect. When black connects up, White will take the stone and then extend. Well, usually the extension is just 04, but in order to make more use of J3, White can extend to space jump. That's an option. And if black plays the territorial style, just go down, White will cut, push along, then capture the stone, and when black turns, White just blocks the corner. So this is a way to make use of the middle side extension and set up a moyo. So that's why I would say Q6 is not completely terrible in this particular case when J3 is in place already, but most of the time this attach, it's a move that I'm reluctant to play. So white went up, that's fine. Black attaches. Normally black plays just Nobi or Kosumi. This Kosumi is actually very popular nowadays, and then extend on the right or push along to expand the right side as much as you can. But Nobi it's also good enough, and then extend back, because white usually comes back to protect the cutting point like this or like this. And now black being Sente can play a shoulder hit to reduce the bottom side and then get a big point somewhere else. So attach to damage more, which is fine. Now if white blocks here, black pulls back, white needs to connect, and black either extends on the right or comes inside to make sure white's moyo is not too large. But white played a wedge to create cutting points, so Atari and connect, that's fine. And black connected here, which is wrong. Because in this position, there are lots of cutting points, so the best way to connect most of them is to play the double hanging connection, the trumpet shape. Because now, when white plays Atari here, black connects, turn Nobi, and there's a cutting point at Q3 for later. But right now, white needs to play something here to expand his own moyo. And, well, later on, black can cut and capture the stone. This is like a 20 points endgame follow-up. But if here, white cuts at S4, black comes out, white tries to capture some stones here by going down, black just descends and then jumps out. So now the corner dies. Very important to play that trumpet formation, so double hanging. Let's mark this up. This is the natural way to protect here. There are other situations where it's better to play R7, but in this case, if black plays R7 and white cuts S4, when black protects here, white captures the corner. But if black has the double hanging connection and S4 is played, black doesn't have to play another move to protect. So black can come out and keep the corner. So this was a pretty large mistake here. So let's see. So let's see the upcoming fight. Black got ambitious here. Well, yeah, this is playable. But normally, black defense, white defense, and then shoulder hit to reduce. This would be the easy way. Now, white captures, fine. So things got complicated. Atari, then push. Actually here, black should play Keima. If white pushes, then plays the Tesuji to reduce the eye in the corner, black can still come out with an O-Geima and breaks everything on the bottom side. So if white plays something like this, black can push along and then S2 to leave very comfortable in the corner. With the Keima, it's much easier to leave. If white plays here, white can go up, then turn, and then play a key point like this. In fact, this hand works too. It's already alive, but this is clear eye shape. Also S2, I mean, when white pushes, obviously black is already alive. So turn, then Hane, then push again. Hane, cut is good to create some Aji. And instead of pushing here, black can go up. Then white plays this kind of move, but black needs another move in the corner to stay alive, this time R2. And already planting the stones, two stones on the bottom creates a lot of Aji, so white might even play some more moves to secure this area, but black doesn't have to worry, just play away. So in the end, it wasn't that terrible to lose that S5. So black pushed, Hane in the corner, okay, defend, then Hane here. Black and Hane in Sente one time. This will threaten the cut at L2, so white needs to connect. Then black can play a vital point like this, which is the eye stealing Tesuji, which is also Sente, and then leave in the corner with S1. This hand is not necessarily better, because in the end, black still needs S1, so play S1 right away. White is not going to Hane here in too early, or even if Hane and connect, it will be Gote. So this descent leaves, that's good, because otherwise Hane will kill. But before then, it's nice to keep the two stones safe. So it's much harder for white to fight on the bottom side after all. Now here, white just very proper took the two stones. So in the end, the maneuver of cutting didn't do much. Then black played a big point. Now for black, it's very big to extend on the left. This is the largest point on the board right now. If white extends in the top, then also extend on the right. Playing in the top like this, white group in the top is safe. So this move doesn't make white add another move, or it's not center for black, and white can invade the left side, which he did. This is good. Attack from the lower side, then push him towards the top, and now play another big point. That's fine. Yeah, but the invasion was there because of J17. So normally in the top the safe move is H17. But it's still narrow. I mean, if you look all over the board, the space here is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the space on the left side is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it's clearly that the open space is the left, not the top. Therefore, more interesting to play a move and cover the most open space. That's a basic Fuseki rule. So this happened. Then, okay, extend on the right, fine. White invades and black plays with fighting spirit. That's a nice idea. Put pressure on the left side, so lean on those stones, then react in the top. Very good plan. So cover, attach, nice, turn. But on this turn, black should wedge to connect and create cutting points. So in this case, when white plays something like this or push, then Hane, here black can double Hane, white needs to protect. Black just gets a very powerful wall, and then it works to play Kosumi and surround the top stone. If white plays tries to go up, black will Hane and kill everything. And if Atari here and white captures a stone, black doesn't care because that's only a Gote capture. So right now black can play Keima here or think about a way to attack the top. So back to the original game, just go up. Remember the wedge, creates cutting points and makes a solid wall. Okay, here white should attach, then push, Hane, and come out this way or attach on the second line. So with the attach at D9, white can easily settle the group on the left side. Push from behind and black jumps, that's fine. Well, black can still wedge or bump. If this happens, black gets a very strong formation. White will probably attach here or attach a Nobi to stay safe, but again, G17 is pretty lost. So if this happens, black will just build a huge top side. Anyway, I like this jump too, because it still keeps the pressure on the group and increases the left side. So white had to crawl in order to survive. So here black can still play the double Hane. Now if we read this out, white can Atari here, connect, then black will capture the stone, or black captures the top stone and gives up the corner, also playable. But if white captures the stone, which was actually bait, black will Atari from the outside, then push through with 2 Ataris in center, then cover. So this is a good trade. Give up 2 tiny stones in order to kill the 4 stones on the left side and build a huge box. This would be just fine for black instead of Nobi. But with the Nobi, black eventually got Sente. The Hane is not necessary. The group is already alive. So right now, just Kosumi to get the top side. So Hane, vital point, and now, Well, on this move, normally black should Hane like this first to see whether white connects with a hanging or a solid move. And then the block works. Because in this case, when white cuts, black can simply go down. And when white plays a throw in here, black will cover. And there is no way for white to approach left or right. So Hane first, then block. When cut, descent. And the race, it's won by black by 1 liberty. Okay. Wow, that's a strange move. This looks like a misclick, but it's also some sort of Tetsuji attempt. If black plays Atari, white can use this move and connect under. But anyway, black got the Ponuki in the center and it's quite powerful. So black just connects. Yeah, makes sense. Then white cut. Now if black goes, black can still play this Hane and go down. The thing is, on the Hane, if white goes Atari, we have Atari from the outside and again break through and kill the guys on the left side. But when black goes down here, white can push and expand the liberties. And now white will win the race because black only has 2 liberties. Therefore, in this case, black needs to play here, then Atari. So the one to exchange is just a wasted court threat in this particular case. Therefore, yeah, black has to block and give up the corner. So this means black playing h16, it's a little bit hasty. Should just block e18 or play Hane and then block. Now it also works to block right away because on the cut, black will always go down, and on this Hane, black can just cover, and when white connects, black will cut inside one time, and black even keeps center. All kind of Tesuji and anti-Suji. So block, then Atari, then play away. This is a nice vital point to remove the base in the top. Ah, nice idea. Prepare the monkey jump or the connection, but it's good to push first, create some cutting points and then go down. Now when white plays here, black connects with the monkey. When white plays something like this to separate, black connects in the top, and there are 2 cutting points. So white will either connect to the left or to the right, but this still leaves a cut and black can catch a few more stones. So white separates, black connects. Before connecting, always push to create cutting points, because this can be detrimental to white. That's heavy. White can play the clamp and attach, Atari, sorry. Attach and Atari. This one looks nice for black. It's still an empty triangle for white and it gives an ideal shape in the corner. Then there are cutting points here. So if white plays the attach and then Atari, then jump here, now the cuts are not a problem anymore. So white protected, black expands the territory while attacking the top. That's very good. This is fine. Okay, so white is safe, black got a lot in the top and the right side. Now it just feels like an easy game for black. This push from behind is not necessary. Also the Hane can be kept in reserve as a court threat. So right now, black should play Keima here in order to expand the right side and limit the bottom area. Then when white plays something here to expand the center, black can come from the left side. If white plays on the left, then black continue attacking from the right. So either way, it's Miai. So this way, oh, very good for white to play e2. So he got rid of the Aji around g3. That's big also. Cut, fighting spirit. Yeah, maybe the cap was a little bit too much. White can play this Keima or play a 1 space jump and then Keima. Anyway, white will reduce the right side. Also, after monkey, 1 space jump, the monkey, it's an option to to reduce more in center, and then Keima to expand the middle and reduce the right side. If several Keimas or all Keimas are played, white can make these points and probably make the game closer, if not win. But this is dangerous. So Keima to separate, shows fighting spirit, jump along. Sumitsuke is an option, then bump, then connect. So black is safe and the bottom area is not going to be too large for white. Yeah, this jump is proper. On this move, black should jump. 1 space jump again. If white pushes here, block. If turn, block. And it's all good. So the shape is much better, even if white has all these Ataris later on. He can't reduce much. So push, block, turn, block, and it's all fine. Like this, white can jump like that, and then there's a cutting point. On this move, black can cover or double up. This peep is fine, but it's still good to keep the right side. Well, white is still a little bit in danger, but black has to come back and connect R12 eventually. This jump is good, reduces the bottom. Connecting 1 stone, not so important. So better keep everything safe on the side. This is a game that black wins, so it's not necessary to risk or take any kind of chances for no reason. Here black can play this block first, threatening the cut, and then push along or hanging connection. I mean, if here white plays Atari, then starts plays in the middle, black will damage the bottom. So when white connects, black will take back the stone like this or like this. So in the end, black still builds a lot in the center. So now black is a little bit in danger, but here it's good enough to go down, white blocks, and then play another move to keep eye shape and don't hurt the corner too much. So this way, hmm. In this position, it's better to jump right away and leave the ko as an option in case the group on the side is suffering. Because like this, after Atari, black still needs to connect the corner and then the group on the side can be in danger. But black didn't, white didn't profit from that Aji. So black managed to leave anyway. That's fine. Well, the proper move here is just Kosumi like this. So black has 2 eyes. Here it was still a little bit dangerous. Black can block this way, Atari connect, cover, wedge, Atari connect, and it's all fine. More points in that area. This is 1 point less. Yeah, this was supposed to be black's move at e4 incentive, but black can also play Han and connect, then cover. Otherwise, white will get the Hane on the first line. So that happened. So here, if black goes down, white will cut. Black can play, go out, Atari, Atari from the outside, take, throw in, take, then cut here to gain some liberties, block, cover, take, block, connect, block, Atari, Atari, capture, and take everything back. Too sophisticated, and it's actually not necessary. So just connect, and then white has to come back. If white plays away right now, black will descend, and then it's Mari Menashi. Dame Tsumari. So yeah, white was alert on that Aji. This is fine. Yeah, very good to play this turn and keep the eyes on the right. This move, it's not necessary, just makes some liberty issues for black. Black should block here. And then if white plays this move, Atari connect and keep everything. So this is why black lost 3 stones when he actually shouldn't. And made the game a little bit closer, but still comfortable enough. So from here on, no more blunders. White doesn't have to capture the 2 stones. That's strange, because black is in Atari, so no matter what happens here... Oh wait, there's a double Atari coming up. Atari, Atari, yeah. Eventually he needs. But only after the neutral points are filled at 07. So instead of this move, white can make another point here. But okay, this will be 12 points and a half instead of 13. So it's still a loss. Yep, that was it. So a bit questionable, this fight in the lower side, where black had to play the double hanging connection. Then, well, black had to pay attention in the top with the liberties, so not to lose the 3 stones just like that. And the endgame could also be a little better, like play the Han at e1 before blocking e5. But all in all, black was in control this game. And the top left corner is good to know, the block at e18 and descent b19 to win that race. Enjoy the review and keep on killing.